Hey guys, Raiderpint here, back for another video. So today we are at a 3-second auto. I know just from first glimpse, it looks really freaking ugly. One, it's not the cleaned version. By what I mean by clean version, it's not this random, strands of stuff here. So let's clean it up a bit. But yes, this is a 3-second auto. It's very big for a certain reason, and lots of messy redstone in me trying to make it look compact, which obviously didn't work. As you'll be able to tell. But yeah. So I'm gonna explain how I'm kind of doing this first before we start here. So what I'm doing here is I have this timer. Of course, I can range about every 6 seconds. Or less than that, like 3 seconds. I don't know how freaking long it is, but it works. Alright, so we have a gate here that will switch sides every time that ticks. So it'll go that side, that side, that side, that side. You get the point. It'll go back and forth every time this ticks. How you make this is, I'll just quickly show you here, is you have repeater, redstone, quartz, redstone torch. It goes like that, import your signal, like that, and there you go. You can, oh wait, not yet. Put redstone on top of that. And you can see, we'll go from there, go to there. There, okay, you get the point. So yeah. And then of course, since it'll be stayed on for that time that's being ticked, I have to have fast pulses so it doesn't stay on like for a long time, because that'd be a problem for many reasons. We need 2 sand compressions because one has to be firing when the other one is setting up. So that's how we have that set up. Not many things this can really double tick, except that right there, and then some things up here. That will double tick, that will double tick, and that will double tick. What I mean by double tick is it'll tick once per shot, but most of the things like the hammer will tick once per every other shot for different sand comps and everything. So there's 1 sand comp for 1 shot, 1 hammer for 1 shot, and 1 power for 1 shot. So pretty much an entire cannon, just yeah. So it's firing every 2 seconds, like I said, and it looks weird because everything is going at such a fast motion. But pretty much I have the 2 different hammers here. One goes off, one goes off, one goes off, one goes back and forth. And I mean, I have different timings for everything because I need to, because the timing of it getting up here is different. And then of course timing with a hammer, it can shoot really far because I have a lot of power. Just to let you guys know this, if you think this takes more TNT than normal, then like, let's say you're shooting 1 shot, it kind of is. But it really isn't, because let's say you're shooting 11, you want to shoot 20 chunks with this much power, that much hammer, and then, I mean, I guess the sand comp is kind of using a bit more of it, and that much sand. You're using the same exact amount of TNT, okay? You're not same TNT per shot, it's just faster, okay? So yeah, let's show this thing in action here. I'll kind of explain what's going on as I'm firing it. I have an alt loading it, so I can actually see the walls and everything, and yeah. By the way, don't try this on my server, ever. I'm only doing this for video purposes. I have permission from the owner to do this for video purposes. You'll see the gate will change, and that will activate. Gate will change, that will activate. And see, we kind of like I have 2 accounts open and everything. Okay. Okay, sorry for that. I just had to turn off the sound from the other account. So as you see, it's firing at an extremely fast rate, more than normal, of course. A normal auto would probably fire 7 seconds, maybe 8. I mean, really fast one would be 6 seconds. Yeah. So I'll come down here and I'll show you what's kind of going on here. You can see this is double ticking. It's sub ticking at a time where the TNT really shot up from the previous shot. And then let's put it in here. Having different usable power timing too. Here it's kind of just like a regular thing. And then right here we have so the sand wouldn't overlap. And then have to double click again. We just did that, and it fixed the problem. Fixed our problem. So I've been actually ordering for a little bit here. So that shot. And then I'll explain, as you see there, as you see, I'll explain what's going on. And you saw that power go off. Puzzle shop. Went through all these walls in that couple of seconds we were there. So it was fast. So yeah, so I'm gonna explain why we have this right here. This is for the second sand question. What's actually happening is that we need to have this being pushed into the barrel as it's when it's firing. So, because we can't have this fire and this still be dropping down, because the TNT will get launched all the way over here and cause problems. So, I had to bring it over one and then just have it pushed in by a piston by like 9 full ticks of repeater, and then this will get fired in. It'll explode at the correct time, and then it'll work. And then yeah, this is just normal, doesn't double tick. And then of course regular sand compression thing. What timing I'm actually using here? I'm using a 7-tick timer. What's happening is that this is actually ticking 7 times. As you can see there, it's a perfect amount of times you need. Last one is longer, so let's say you want to make like an automatic 230. If you don't want to realign, then you have to have that extra longer tick, so that when it's firing, it won't get shot back into the cobweb. You need to keep it out of the cobweb, so that it doesn't get fired back in, and then it causes problems, and yeah. So you can see, it's longer, and then right as it's extended, that'd be the time that it'd fire. And it can't go back in without realignments. So, yeah, it's just 6 fast pulse. All of them are separated by a full repeater, and the 1 non-fast pulse. I did it like this. It could go faster. You could go -1 tick on each of these, but I made it so for timing purposes, so it's easier to track. So, you know, I can just have pretty much the same exact setup: 3 full repeaters, and then 1 with 2 ticks on it. Up here, you'll see we have the hammer, and then yeah, or the power. So the power, one's going off each side. It's getting fired into here. That's gonna explode, fire into there. It's gonna explode, fire over there. And then this is exploding, realigning it to the side. So if it didn't realign, it would left shoot. And if you don't believe me, I can literally do that and it'll left shoot. Don't believe me? Tell me in the comments, and I will make a video of it left shooting, just in a part of a video. It like no joke left shoots. It's really weird, but yeah, and there's actually no left shoot on it, so yeah. So yeah, we have the 2 timings here. We have to have 2 different timings for the sand comps, for the sand being pushed in, so you don't have time wasted. We have 2 lines of redstone here. You might be saying, why aren't you using glowstone? I want it to go up, but also get to its destination without losing time in any way, shape, or form, and I'm not wasting time. And then you can see the 2 different lines, and it gets divided up, and then this is where everything intersects, and just kind of gets kind of confusing. These long lines of repeaters are actually the timing for the hammer, only the hammer. This is the timing, and this is the timing for the hammer to go off. This is the timing for the power, and then this is also the timing. This is the timing for the power. So, yeah. Kind of confusing. To make everything work is definitely the harder part, because I went through many different trials and concepts and stuff like that, and of course we have the 2 different hammers, the 1-shots. Yeah, so the same, you know, the one just goes off at a different time, like I said, just, you know, double ticking. If you had this hand comp going all the way down to bedrock, and then this at Y like 30-ish, which is like a 30 stacker, 32 stacker, 38 stacker actually, but 36, sorry. If you did, then it would be firing a lot of shots. Put it this way, it would be 255 times 2. So, I don't know, I can do the math right now, 510, I think. So it'd be 510 shots. Of course, be that person in the comments. You did your math wrong! Okay, probably freaking did. But yeah, I'm gonna show a shot here. Let's go into the, yes it is. So I can show this getting pushed in. And so there. And it fires really fast, you know, just that one shot fires really fast. And of course, it can go 20 chunks, because I have it that much power. I'm kind of try to explain as much as I can here. This has to be only 4 high. It can't go any higher than 4. If it does go any higher than 4, TNT will get launched. Of course, only 4. Something's only 4 high for that reason. That doesn't have to because it doesn't uptick. 4 high. 4 high. And yeah. So pretty much it's like a double of everything. Except some things have to be combined. Like the power. Actually, really doesn't have to be combined for the power. But the sand comps, they have to be in one line going to the same exact destination for every single shot. That's why we have this one tube area. And the hammers can be separated. And yeah. So, I will leave a schem only if this video, I guess, gets a decent amount of likes, you know. I'm gonna be that person that I have to get a certain amount of likes in order to release the cannon. I will definitely clean it up, and I'll make another video probably explaining how to use it more thoroughly if it does actually get enough likes. I'm gonna say around 15 to 20 likes would be amazing for this release. And yeah, so this is the cannon. Of course, if you want to make it bigger, you have to extend the power, the hammer, the sand comp, but you'd be imagining, maybe saying, it would start to get really hard, because that sounded very sexual, but, okay, you would have to have more, hammer, which then you would have to have, you know, it'd be, like, you know, hammer going out that way, hammer going out that way, and then, like, your sand is just massive. It would get messy. It would get real messy. So, yeah, if you've seen any other cannons, like a 3-second auto, I'm not saying I'm the first, because I know for a fact I'm not. And actually, I'm going to real quick explain what I'm doing here. Okay, so this is a one-shot sand. I had to have one-shot sand for 2 hammers, so I had to do it pretty fast. Of course, to have as much enough one-shot sand, I have this. You know, so 3 rows. What's actually happening is you'll see there's one gap somewhere. It's right there. When it fires, it'll fulfill that gap. It'll get fired in. Okay, I'm gonna mix up here. So you see this gap? This is the last shot it shot. It'll push the sand in, and then fire this sand out. And then this sand will fire before... I just gotta show you, okay? I just gotta show you. It's hard to explain. It works though. You can see it fulfills that because it gets fired, and then this is getting shot. But when it's getting shot over, and this one goes, and then this time it goes over, and then when that's going, it gets before it goes. You get the point, okay? You get the point. And you can see. We're almost to other walls, and we're done. Okay, yeah. So as you can tell, this cannon is really freaking fast. If you want a better explanation, I gladly no problem with doing that. Anything confusing with this cannon, I'll explain it. And of course, if you are going to be using this cannon, you need to watch. Someone needs to be watching the sand down here that doesn't get clogged, and someone needs to watch clear lag. If you're going to use this cannon, you gotta plant about 30 seconds before clear lag, because if it makes this redstone tick and then you take it away, it's still gonna fire an entire new shot. It's still gonna fire that shot, and in the midst of that, it's also firing another shot. So you gotta plan ahead about 30 seconds. But yeah, so this is 3-second auto, pretty cool cannon. 15 to 20 likes to release it, and an explanation video on how to use it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Raiderpint is signing off. There we go. Okay, goodbye. Yeah. We're the recording.